Hello, episode 3, Gypseyboy McCrory with Steven Robinson. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Good. Bit drained after Christmas, but happy enough, you know.
Was it a good one?
It was good. I was happy. I had a good, enjoyable day. Very overwhelming, though. Very, very overwhelming.
Hold on, let us turn that off. What were you saying?
Very, very overwhelming.
How come?
Just 'cause I still don't deal well with emotions yet, you know, and I'm still figuring out who I am and just how to deal with emotions, you know, good or bad, you know. I still don't know how to process them still properly yet, you know. I'm nearly 4 years clean, but it's still very much goes on to me.
I had a lush one, but I hate Christmas, mate.
Yeah.
I always want to fucking get away, mate, to be honest. And obviously, I don't see my brothers very much.
Yeah.
But when I see them, obviously I miss my dad more.
Yeah.
It's like that time of the year.
Yeah.
The holidays, I think you miss your loved ones more that aren't with us. So
Yeah.
that's fucking hard. But apart from that, I had a good time. Got to see my family, so it was nice.
I mean, I didn't get to see the kids, unfortunately, but you know, it is what it is. I'll be the first, I'll be the last, so didn't get to see the kids. Hopefully the kids got the presents, and as long as they're okay, you know, so I'm immaterial, really. Not immaterial, I'm irrelevant, sorry, I'm irrelevant. Yeah.
It's a shit, I mate, that.
It is such a relief.
Hopefully next year things change and you get access to the kids.
Yeah, next year, hopefully my last year in this shithole of a country, I'll be away, I hope.
Off skis.
Yeah, I had enough, man. It's nothing here.
Somewhere warm.
Yeah, definitely somewhere warm.
I was going to go over the boxing, but you haven't caught up, have you?
I haven't caught up all of it, no. I've seen the Parker, I've seen just highlights. Parker, Wilder, Parker and Wilder. Discipline Parker showed, again, just the highlights I've seen. You know, he was punch perfect, you know, he didn't get involved when he got tagged a couple of times, you know, very, very horrible, you know, when you've got the ego of a fight, you know, just to stand in your heels and let's have it, you know.
So, listen, you know, if you didn't know who Wilder was, and I said, here, watch this boxer, and I told you that he was an ex-world champion, probably the most deadliest puncher in history of boxing, what do you think? You'd call as a liar, wouldn't you?
I probably think he would start talking crack on the side.
Did you say he was rabbit punching him at one point?
Yeah, it was...
He couldn't even throw a fucking... he couldn't throw a legal boxing punch.
But listen, you can't knock the man that much, because, you know, his sole goal in boxing, right, was to make money, to pay for his daughter's treatment. He's done that, and he was being... I don't know what the correct word to describe him as, a phenomenal puncher. He'll probably go down as one of the heaviest punchers in the heavyweight division. He'll be remembered for the rest of his life.
In boxing, for me, like...
you know, he'll be remembered all of his life. And for him to, you know, he only started boxing for his daughter. He went to the Olympics, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With no really elite background. And he won the world title, which is fantastic, you know what I mean?
The reason I'm pissed off, right, because the day of the fight, I put out a video saying that Wilder was the best of the rest, other than Fury and Usyk. And honestly, I think it was Parker did class, box out with his skin, but Wilder did just terrible. That was the shock, because that's the one fight where I didn't think it was a contest. Me, I thought Wilder was just going, because we saw Parker look not poor, but it was a poor performance against Joyce and a few other. He hasn't looked great.
I'll go further than you. I'll say he was poor. I thought for an ex-world champion, a man of that level,
he lost his ways.
He didn't seem as though he trained for it. He didn't have a plan B. And in my opinion, being a world elite level fighter, you've got to have more than one fucking plan. You know, you can't come unstuck against relatively novice fighters. I think.
Yeah. I thought he did class. Did you see any of the other fights?
No, what do you call it? I've seen Joshua Wallen very, very surprised. I thought Joshua was finished. I thought he was finished because I thought he was mentally
Weak.
damaged. I thought the defeats. I think maybe because the pedestal that Eddie Hearn had him on for so long, he obviously started believing a bit of the hype. And listen, I'm not going to Joshua. He's an amazing fighter and everything that he's achieved is fantastic. But when someone like Usyk comes in and totally obliterates you twice, you know, he sort of was left wanting, wasn't he? I think.
Well, the thing is, he just didn't put it on him at all.
Yeah.
When you expect him to put it on him at some point, he didn't seem to he seemed to be a passenger in both fights.
Well, of course, I mean, listen, we're going to make mistakes why it didn't happen, right? But listen, it didn't happen because it didn't fucking happen.
Aye.
Right? If his tactics were wrong, if his preparation was wrong, if he had a fucking bad and fucking dose of the shits just before the fight, you know, any excuse you can make, but it didn't happen.
His last fight, he looked fucking terrible as well.
Yeah.
Which was the other thing.
Yeah.
For me, it's one thing when you come against somebody as good as Usyk, Loma, the gulf's so high that you look bad, but at some point you're going to fucking recover from it, aren't you? And on his last fight, he looked terrible for me.
Yeah, well, yes, but, you know, like I said before, the psychological damage that defeating that matter. You know, when you've been on this pedestal for so long, you know, and he's obviously
just not good.
Yeah, listen to how good and great. Oh yeah,
similar to Tyson.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, Tyson had the Iron Mike Tyson branding, and when he got exposed, like Teddy Atlas says, he's only fought 5 fights where it was 50-50, and he lost every single one of them. Similar sort of thing. Once you're broken and you aren't the boogeyman no more, and you have to actually fucking fight. People aren't scared of you. People aren't going in.
Mike Tyson got beat up everyone that wasn't scared of him. I thought.
Yeah. Aye. That's the thing that everybody says. The mad thing is, for me, honestly, I thought the heavyweight division was buttoned up. We're going to find out who the best was in February or whenever the Usyk Fury fight is. But I'm looking at it now and I'm thinking maybe there's other people playing. Because did you see Tobias against Miller?
Yeah, amazing performance, but he's not in the shape or anything. But listen, all this time while we're waiting for this fucking unification fight, there's other contenders there that are, you know, they're just pegging away.
Hergovic is definitely up there.
Oh yeah, Hergovic, yeah, he's very good.
Zhang
is a burger man for any country, I think.
I
you know, he gives anyone problems, Fury included as well. He's all wrong for him, I think.
Honestly, a year ago, if you asked us who was number 1, I would have said it was Fury. Yeah. But from his performance with Francis, I think it's wide open again, me. Yeah,
well, I think if anyone judges Tyson Fury on his boxing ability through that performance is a little bit stupid. I honestly think that Tyson just left that performance the way that it was. But he didn't give it his all. He just did enough to win.
They've got a shared opponent now in Otto. So obviously, I can't remember exactly when the cut happened to Fury in the Otto fight, but looking at it from the outside, you'll definitely see the AJ performance against Otto was better than the Fury definitely. One. You know,
definitely.
So I think if Usyk wins, I think it's fair play. Yeah. But you know how it is. Somebody can, just because A beats B, it doesn't mean that B can beat C. You know, styles make fights, don't they? 100%. So for me, I think it's wide open, and it's mad because 2 years ago, I was like, it was Fury or Usyk in my opinion. But when Tobias fought Usyk, that shot on the belt for me could have went either way. But the way I slept that night, I was like, he should have had the experience to go, right, fucking hell, I've hurt him. He should have jumped on him. And that's what a champion would have done.
Definitely.
That's the difference. But I think he could have learned from that. But do you think, like, not going back then, do you think it was a legal punch or?
I do. I think it was all right on the button.
Yeah. It was either or, wasn't it? It would be allowed.
But listen, it's just perceptions, you know. That's really all it is there. Because some referees would let it go and some referees wouldn't. And listen, it's up to the man who's got the white shirt on, really.
100%, and the ref can have a big impact. But at the end of the day, it was on Daniel to fucking jump on him, and he didn't. He let him off the hook. I think he had 5 minutes to recover as well,
Yeah.
which was a piss take. But he should have something in his head should have clicked,
Yeah.
and I think he's learned from it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he honestly Miller
improved.
stepped on him and he tried to break him, and he went through fire for me, and I think he's definitely going to be about in 5-10 years time when the rest retire, if not, you know. So I think it'll be a good one. Any fights you're looking forward to 2024?
Nah, to be honest with you, I haven't really been listening to many of them. I think Crawford, and what do you call that one?
Tank,
yeah.
Devontae.
Yeah, Devontae Davis. I think it'll be very, very good. Garcia and who's that one?
Believe it or not, Callum Smith's fighting Burbovich.
Better be of.
Say it better than me, Jimmy Mac.
Better be of.
So that'll be a good fight, and then hopefully from that we'll get the fight against whoever wins that.
Canelo.
No, against Bivol.
All right, yeah.
And then I think that'll do that one. I looked today just to do a bit research. Willem Smith is number 1 on BoxRec.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get the Gia up at Tia. Did he say Gia?
Aye,
fucking. He's my favourite boxer at the moment.
Yeah.
He's an evil bastard, isn't he?
He's good. He's clinical. Like I think I know. Like I think he's amazing. Me and our people are saying because he's lighter weight, he doesn't get he doesn't get as much plaudits. But this one, you can only fight what weight you are, right? And the man's done. He's achieved just as much as Terence Crawford. Yes, okay. The opponents aren't as well known, but you can only beat the other champions in your weight class, and he's done that. You know what I mean?
He's a nasty bastard. Also, they've got Eubank number 1 as well, BoxRec. So I don't know what the fuck's going on there because I don't even know. But that's at middleweight.
I don't know how the hell that is there. Like.
Aye, because there's one of the Charlo brothers. But do you reckon Billy Joe might come back and fight him at middleweight, or do you reckon Billy Joe would struggle?
To be honest with you, last time I've seen anything on Billy Joe, he didn't seem focused. He didn't seem the same fighter, you know. He's made a lot of money. He doesn't need to fight anymore. You know, maybe Billy Joe's a smart lad. Maybe he just thinks, I've made money. I've got like enough money for my family. I'm going to enjoy life now. And if he does, fair fucks to him. He's give us some good nights.
For me, Billy Joe's the best British boxer I've seen.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I know everybody says Joe Calzaghe, but I just think Billy Joe's he was a fucking brilliant boxer. I'd love to see him. I'd love to see him fight you. But then again, I wouldn't like to see him fight Eubank because he's did it once, and Eubank's, I think Eubank's always looking for easy fights. I'd like to see him fight somebody decent.
Eubank won't want Billy fight again. I don't care what he says, and I don't care what he says on social media or on fucking TV. He doesn't want any with Billy, something like that.
He always seems to, he caught DeGale on the slide, and he's obviously trying to get a fight with Cal Brook, which I think it's like calling out a retired fighter. I think it's a bit fucking cunty, mate.
Yeah, well, if you want, I'll have a word with Kellen, see what his version is. If you want,
Kel will be waiting for the money, won't he?
Well, I don't know. I'll phone him and ask you. I'll ask him.
I think Kel's because obviously when he fought Amir Khan, like everybody knew he had Amir Khan's number from the beginning. You know, he's always going to fight him. For me, luckily, I went down to the fight and it was fucking amazing. And Kel, like Amir Khan, great champion, great British champion. But, he did run his mouth about Kel.
Yeah, he did, listen.
Winding him up for fucking years.
I'll be honest with you, like, I'd pick Amir Khan over anyone. Cal Brook was one of me, what would you say, not heroes, because that sounds a bit daft, but he's someone that I always looked up to, Well, I suppose I was one of my favourites,
Yeah, you can have favourites.
And I thought it was still a dangerous fight, even though they were both past the best. I thought it was dangerous because...
You really think?
Yeah, listen, Amir Khan, on his game, he's very, very fast and he can cause him own problems. I thought he would have frustrated Kel, but Kel you know, I didn't pick a winner. I was right on the fence.
So,
Cal done a number on him, didn't he?
aye, big time. What I also saw, I saw a video of Khan on the heavy bag, and I could see his legs were gone.
Yeah.
He just didn't have the mobility in his legs, so I thought, fucking, he's not going to be able to. Because at least when he fought Canelo, he was able to use his footwork for a few rounds. But I just knew that. And plus, I think, barring Spence and all that, Cal Brooks was a fucking brilliant fighter.
He's amazing. Cal,
Fuck.
Cal, my opinion, he doesn't get the product he deserves.
Doesn't. Carried English boxing and carried fucking match room and
yeah, you know,
everything.
like, listen, Ricky Hatton and Julian Whittaker, fantastic fighters, But for me, Kell Brook, when he went to America and won the WBC title, that's as big as any fight that the other lads done. You know, that's just my opinion.
He fought the best as well, didn't he? He fought, obviously, when Spence beat him, that was a shitter. But obviously Spence was something different class. But did he fight? He fought Crawford as well, didn't he? Because Dominic wasn't in his corner. It was
didn't he?
Aye. So
he ducked no one. The man ducked no one.
To fight Triple G, Bud, and Spence. Fucking hell, there's no shame in losing, especially when you're losing to like them sort of level fighters.
Yeah, like just to be able to share the room with them, you know. to have your name thrown in the mix with them.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
But
he's one of the best, Kell Brook.
I saw, obviously, Dominic didn't said that it was too short of time span to train him, so I think it was Carlos, a Spanish guy, train him for that fight against Bud. And obviously, Dominic's not a daft fucking bloke, so he knows a thing or two, and obviously he knew that he needed a bit longer. He said he would have trained him if he had more time for that fight, but it's a funny one. The super lightweight as well, Devin Heaney's number one.
Devin Heaney's very good.
Got all the belts. Believe it or not, I'd like to see him fight Lopez. Do you reckon Timofino's finished?
Nah, I don't think that makes sense, really.
You're not reckon?
Nah.
Reckon he's too good, Heaney?
Yeah, I do. I think Heaney's
different class.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Joe Lowe chinned him in sparring, you know.
Yeah.
Ago.
Yeah,
apparently so. I would love to see the video.
Yeah, great. But listen, when you've got a young little West End Raji coming in that wants to, you know, put his stamp on things, listen, his game as a badger, you know what I mean? And when you've got someone there, I'm not making excuses either, but if you've got someone in there who's been told, oh, there's a stranger coming in, you know,
you're going to take it easy.
You're not going to, not I'm not saying took it easy, but you definitely didn't expect what was coming to him. You know what I mean? You didn't expect this kid to come that's on holiday, little fucking pasty horse kid coming in and put it on you. You know what I mean? You just don't.
Davis is number one at lightweight. Shako Stevenson number two. So you know, there's lots of fights coming up. Dan Aziz as well, actually going back to light heavy.
Yeah,
he's number 4. And obviously, did you see his fight with Lawrence?
Yeah.
And which is a bit like, I use that example to a lot of fighters because a lot of people get disheartened when you lose. Yeah. And obviously, Lawrence is a perfect example. He lost against somebody that's on the elite level now, you know, and he hasn't boxed since. Yeah. And the mad thing is, like, you're fighting an unknown, but that unknown, like, you lost to them, but he might be the next world champ. Yeah. So don't get disheartened if you lose against somebody. I think it was for English title as well.
It was,
you know, and it's like, it's quite a low level, but in the grand scheme of things, he's lost against Dan Aziz. And it wasn't a lot in the fight. I think Dan Aziz just put it on a bit more. Yeah. You know, and Lawrence boxed a bit safe. So it wasn't like he got chinned or anything. So in reality, if Lawrence had cracked on, he might be there or thereabouts as well, you know. So just shows you. And I say that to everybody because, I've said it, big Stevie Robinson, when he got beat the last time, I was like, you don't know. The kid who he fought was an Olympian and so on, you know, and it's like, you don't know what level he's going to be at, so you've got to keep going. Don't give up on your dreams, you know. But I don't know. But boxing, it's been a good year for boxing.
Yeah, very good.
So, New Year's, are we going to see new Jimmy, New Year's?
No, I'm gonna
Same old Jimmy.
No, listen, I'm gonna be. I've neglected me recovery a bit. So I'll be putting more effort into doing more meetings. Hopefully I'll get a decent job and be able to save some money and get myself away from this hellhole. I definitely want away from this company. Obviously, I just want to be a good dad. So I want to be a good dad to the kids, and that's really it. I mean, obviously, I've got a couple of boxing matches matched up that I wouldn't have people doing, and again, I'd still like to do bare knuckle again.
Really?
Yeah, I want one last go over the bare knuckle, but I need a good proper training camp. You know, need sponsors back and train properly. Get a 12-week camp and then see what the crack is. You know, I have plenty of sparring and just plenty of hard work. But I'm old now, you know, so.
Are you feeling it?
Yeah, I am, but I need it.
Mickey Terrell's doing well.
Yeah, he is very, very good. Yeah, very good.
He's about our age, isn't he?
Yeah.
So do you reckon you could, like me personally, I've always said it for a long time, you've got nothing to prove to no one, you know, but if you wanted to go off on a high, on a win, you know, I'd definitely be there amongst it with you. Definitely, give it a go. I think, if that's what your heart's telling you, you should do it,
Yeah, definitely. I want to score the bare knuckle because obviously things didn't end well with Joe from BK to B, and it was a shame, because I had a lot of time with Joe, but it is what it is. I wish them luck, and that's I'd like to get in and have one last turn up.
Would you fight for them again, or would it be somebody completely different?
No, it would be someone different,
like
I wouldn't fight for them ever again, no.
Aye.
No.
I think you're good to stick to your principles and shit like that, because the thought that, well, I'm not talking about that, to be honest. Fuck them.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Have you New Year's Eve goals or anything like that?
No, just continue doing what I'm doing. Just want to be a better version of myself. A lot of people give us props and they're saying how they're surprised and how well I'm doing and all that. And listen, I'm just doing better than what I was yesterday, and if I can continue that for next year, I'll be over the moon. I've got a few personal goals that I want to attain, but I'm not going to say anything about them. I'll get them done and then I can talk about them, because life's all about gobshites, so I'm going to be one of them.
Me personally, with New Year's, I like it to reset, and I'll be off the drink for a few months and whatnot. But a few years, I'm a big one for putting your goals out. One of the big things is accountability. If you put them out, if you've got the balls, not saying this about you, I'm saying that anybody that's listening, if you put them out, then you're fucking committed to them then. Yeah. And I remember 2-3 years ago, right, I came out with 5 belters. I said, I'm going to start a new career. I'm going to build a gym. I'm going to buy 2 more properties and another 2 things. And I knew that fucking people were like, oh, Stephen the daft cunt, have you said this, and that? And out of all 4, out of 5 of the things, because it got back to us, my best pal said, oh, I heard you doing this, do. Well, I'm sitting in my fucking gym now. I started a new career. I did all of them. The only one thing that I didn't do was buy the second properties, which were completely out of my control. What I always say, it took me until the age of about 32. I'd never had a fight because I was fucking scared. I had a real fear of failure. And you knew me, I'd fucking spar, didn't care about getting chinned, being knocked out. Main sparring partner for Smig when he heavyweight and so on, got knocked out loads of times. Don't care about getting chinned, but it was just getting beat in public. So the fear of failure used to cripple me. Yeah. So, but what I realized when I got to like 30, 32, I was like, doesn't fucking matter, because it's okay. You trying and failing, you're doing more than the other fucker that's sitting down on his arse, that's done nothing with his life, that just criticise and complains and this and that. So, like, for me, when I'm talking to amateur boxing now, I don't ask how many won and lost, because everybody that knows amateurs, even when you win, you lose.
Yeah.
You know, like, so it doesn't matter what, it's the experience.
Yeah.
So like when I go, how many fights have you had, son? 35, fucking hell, amazing that. Wow, you're flying, And what I always say to everybody now, like, go try things, you know, like, it doesn't matter if you don't succeed. You're going to be, if you do something and you only get like 40% of the way there, you're 40% further from where you fucking started.
100%.
So you might as well go out and try life, because like everybody says to us, when you die, you regret the things you didn't do rather than the things you fucking did.
Yeah.
So honestly, if you think about doing anything, go out, do it. You know, if you want to do something, like this year, the big thing for me was to travel and brush up on Italian. Still can't speak Italian, but I can order fucking wine, so that's enough. I know how to tell between the red one and the white one, so it's all happy days. But I've been traveling shitloads this year, and believe it or not, like I went with norms.
I want to have my driving license this year, definitely.
Fucking go for it. Well, I 100%. You definitely can do it. You know, like anything's fucking possible, man. You know, definitely. So the big thing for me, I'm trying to get people is fucking try to get a bit fitter. You know, like you know, like I won't say his name. I saw one of our pals, and I know he's training, but he's overweight. And obviously, a few weeks ago, we lost our friend to a heart issue.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 40 next year, and I want my friends to like stay as healthy as possible, so they don't have to deal with fucking illness and getting sick and family, boom, 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 boom. So all my friends, I want you fucking doing fitness from January. I want sort your diets out. So any more?
Nah. I've got a couple of meetings trying to get a project off the ground for recovery and fitness based.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to see how that goes as well, you know, because you'll be part of it.
100%.
We'll just have to see how this first meeting goes in January. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I still don't know much about it, but I know what it is. And basically, I'm in the process of setting up a boxing charity as well. So I'm hoping it all falls into place. You know, it's been... I know life isn't always brilliant, but I think it's been a good fucking year, mate.
It's been a lot better than what it was 4 years ago. You know what I mean? No matter how bad I think things are, I'm not using them, you know, so it's cush.
The 4 years ago, different fucking time, isn't it now?
Yeah, very lucky to be alive, Stephen. Full of gratitude that I'm getting another chance.
Aye.
Because we've buried so many of our really, really good close friends that sadly didn't make it.
Obviously, big year, next year turning 40. The way, I know it's negative and so on, but I feel like once I got 37, I was like, right, I'm halfway through. Now I'm like getting to the fucking, if I'm lucky, I'll last a lot longer. But like, I'm thinking, well, I'm using my dad as a template. So I've got like 13 years. So it's like, I've got 13 years to leave my fucking mark and do what I want to do. So like,
that's it. My dad's for 15 years.
15 years, aye. You just don't know. We might, you know, God might really think he's funny as fuck and try to give us a few days. You just don't know. You don't know when your time's coming. So you've got to live like every day. And I'm a big believer in telling everybody I love them and boo. You know, I don't want anybody, if I was to die tomorrow, I don't want anybody not knowing where they stood with us. And that goes both ways, because if he's a cunt, I'm a fucking cunt back to you, you know, you're a fucking cunt. You know, but the people that I love, I want them to know I love them as well, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you just don't know. But have you, who's been like, obviously, who's been helping you with the recovery and everything?
I've got a sponsor, they're Narcotics Anonymous, my partner.
Have you been speaking to them?
Yeah, I've been speaking to them. I'm not going to say, I should phone him every day. I don't. I've been a bit complacent recently, but I've had a lot going on, he knows that. I do speak to him every other day, like at least, he's a massive help, and he's helped save my life, you know. I'll be eternally grateful to him. The fellowship, Narcotics Anonymous. Again, it's helped save my life. Partner, she's an amazing girl, Dion. She understands us, and she just gets us, you know.
Aye.
You know.
I just imagine being in a relationship with a Jimmy Mac, eh?
She's a lucky girl. She's a lucky girl.
She doesn't know she's born, eh?
That's it.
Class. So, do you reckon the movie will be out?
2024 summer. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think,
summer 24. It's been shot. The film's finished. It's
close production.
been edited and close production, whatever that shit means. I don't know what it means.
Can you give us any snippets from it? Give us some information.
Nah, can't give you it. Can't give you it, mate.
So obviously, if you go online and look at MIDB, obviously the Internet Movie Database, whatever, I'm listed in it as well, so I'm actually meant to be in it, but I think I missed my call. But basically, is everybody that's in the movie on that, will they be listed? Or is there going to be any surprise guests or anything?
I really don't know. I haven't seen who's listed on it. Like, I'll be honest with you, like, the screenwriter and the producer, the title was loads, didn't man? I appreciate them titles. I haven't got a clue.
Listen,
what I was saying.
I wasn't there, but I know Jimmy Mac was fucking switching off.
Yeah, I was like, what? One of them had a laugh. Yeah.
I think it'll be class because
it's good.
how long's it? Obviously, how long's it been talked about? How long has it taken to get to that point?
Decade, 9 years. Well, 9 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck it. I guess it would be, yeah.
Yeah.
The mad thing is, because I was just thinking this 10 years as well about something else that's coming up. I think, it would have been about 10 years.
Yeah.
Class.
Yeah.
So, but that just shows you again, don't give up.
Yeah, well,
like Sai, fair play to him.
Sai's class because like, he'd done the boot as well before that, you know what I mean? He's been a busy lad.
Like everything, it's frustrating. You have, everything's never plain sailing. You have a lot of frustration on the way.
Yeah, there's been a lot of frustrations on the way, but
he's delivered, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's had a lot to deal with in his personal life. He's had a lot to deal with the fucking industry, I suppose you can say it, you know, chopping and changing of things. But listen, he's kept going and he's shot the film.
Yeah, he had a lot of problems when he was doing research as well. People were kidnapping him and taking him on day-long benders.
Week long. Yeah.
But that's something really, really amazing to look forward to. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, anyways, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I am.
I've told that my kids are not allowed to watch it.
Yeah.
Do you reckon it's going to be adults only?
No, it'll be alright, I think. I hope. Maybe.
I hope. I'll let them watch them when they're 30.
Yeah, that'll be good, man, I think.
It's class, man. It's loads. I think this year is going to be a good one, man.
Yes, sure.
Me personally, I think obviously one of the things that I said 2 years ago, I said I was going to start producing the gloves and take it mainstream, and it's from a personal point of view, it's been unbelievable. I've got my gloves on your call almost every other week. We've had loads of shows. There was Commonwealth title fight where they were used, and a few British titles. Like for me, I want to say a big thank you to the people at my partners. You know, Mo, Dave, Steve, Fight Zone, TM14 Promotions. All they've gave us opportunity to get my gloves on a larger scale. Obviously, it was difficult to get them through the board and everything, but they all signed off and everything. It's been amazing. It's been, you know, it's a dream, you know, and it's good to try something that's for me. At the end of the day, I'm just a little kid from Walker that went to disabled school, and I've managed to get my gloves to unbelievable level. So stuff like that, but it goes back to having a dream and working towards it, and hard work gets you anywhere in life.
100%, yeah, 100%. Hard work can't be denied.
Aye.
Simple as that, you know.
But you've got to have the balls to go
Yeah,
for it. Not the
definitely.
balls, that's the wrong word, but that's
No,
a bit
it
too
is. It's the right
aggressive,
one.
you know.
No, it's not aggressive, man. Say what you fucking mean, man. Stop being a pussy. You've got to have the balls to fucking set a gun and attain it.
Aye.
You know, because there's lots of stumbling blocks on the way. If you haven't got fucking balls, like you said, you're just going to give up. So you're right, you have got to have the fucking balls.
Yeah, you've got to plough through, and you, like I said, even if you don't hit it, you know, because I've got what I always do now with things, and I didn't know this when I was younger. What I always say to people as well, you've where you want to get to, or like for me it was I want my gloves to be used in a world title fight, so you've got to write it down and work backwards, and then just make it into little things. So obviously the first thing I had to do was get them approved, which took a year and a half, because the finances, you've got to send them multiple pairs, then the fees like £1,500, and then then you've got to, then I was like, I want to do this, and every time I hit something, it's like a little fucking castle or milestone.
Yeah.
So, but the easiest way to get to achieve something, get to that final destination and just work backwards and break it down into very small little chunks, and it's much easier just to work through it. And I don't know how far more I can push it, because it's hard work, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. 2024, man. It's going to be class.
Let's have it, man.
Anything else you want to say?
No, that's it.
It was your mum's birthday the other day.
Yeah. But
Sheila?
Yeah, it was a bit late for that, so happy birthday, Mum.
No,
I hope you had a great day.
I hope you had a nice one. Anyone else you want to say thanks to or anything?
No, listen, if any of the kids are watching it, I miss you, I love you, and I just hope you was happy. That's it.
Yeah, well, it's almost that time. I want to say thanks to everybody that puts up with my shit. Thank you very much, and there'll be a lot more of that next year. But you know, I love yous, and we'll see how it goes. And happy New Year's. You know, big thing for me, like I keep saying, fucking, if you've got something that's sitting niggling at you, you've got to go chase it, because next thing you know, you've only got a certain amount of time. So please go follow your dreams. You know, just follow them. And also, if we do get the boxing started, hope you all come down. Everybody's welcome. If anybody needs anything, just send us a message. What fights as well? Let us know what fights you want to see, because I think boxing's, for me, is really exciting right now. And we've had a few years of shit over the years, you know, but it feels like I'm looking forward to seeing the fights next year.
Right.
What do you reckon?
I'll be good, man. It'll be good, but you know, for me, like, nothing in boxing means anything until you see them walking to the ring, you know, because how many times have I seen contracts signed, and you automatically think, oh, it's going to happen. Well, man,
So,
they mean nothing.
a year ago, I had Fury beating Usyk, but like I said, I'm not sure now. What do you think there?
Listen, I think Fury beats Usyk 11 times out of 10. Something that I just do. I think his boxing ability for the size of him is untouchable. I think Usyk is a phenomenal fighter.
Too small.
I think Usyk beats everyone apart from Fury, and that's just how I say it, you know.
And Tobias, if it was ruled, do you reckon he would have got up?
Well,
I reckon he would have got up.
No, well,
he would have fucking had to get up.
It makes no difference, does it? It makes no difference what we think, because that referee decided it was illegal, so it doesn't matter what our opinions are. It's irrelevant.
Never mind. Well, more of it next year. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. Hope you have a good one. Keep safe. God bless.
Yeah.
God bless.
Love you.
Love you too. We'll hopefully get us going and growing some more.
Fucking follow and all that other stuff.